I think that there's a lot of words today that are not strictly necessary. And I think capitalism is one of those words. And I think that I don't really believe capitalism exists. I think that we have pathological markets and pathological states. And people that like to blame markets for the pathology will use the word capitalism as a pejorative. And people who like to blame states as for the pathology will use, communism or socialism as the pejorative.
Okay.
And so when people throw that word capitalism around, now people can also self-identify with the capitalist label and say, well, in response, right, they say, well, I'm a capitalist, capitalism is great. They fail to notice that etymologically, the word was basically invented by socialists in the 19th century to critique this thing, right? Some thing that they did not like about the markets they were living in, and they call that capitalism, right? And so then you get a reactionary response, and people say, well, no, we're going to defend capitalism. They're not looking at what the critique was. And this is why, so when I hear certain words, I will use these words if it's as a convenient shorthand. But to me, it's like, well, what are we really talking about? We're talking about pathological markets. We're talking about markets that are messed up. Well, what's wrong with them, right? And so I don't really think that these terms, capitalism or socialism, I don't think that they map to anything that is real. I think that they map a lot, and they're useful, but they're not useful enough. And they end up becoming signaling mechanisms to get other people to attack each other instead of solving the problem. But if you say to someone instead, well, look, I think that markets and states are useful tools, and I think there's probably a more ideal arrangement of them that we could find. Well, is that capitalism or is it socialism? I don't think so. I think it's just markets and states, but arranged in a healthy way.